Good evening, all you lucky people. Um, so this is going to be a different video than from what I normally do, and the reason is going to be the entire explanation of the video. Plus, this will kind of give me a opportunity to try out a microphone that I got right here. That I bought specifically for a video that I have planned in June. Hopefully that one will happen. Anyways, before we get started, little disclaimer, I am not driving at the moment. The engine is off. I do that, or I say that because I happen to know that videos like this for YouTube drivers can actually get them in trouble. Which makes sense because if you're driving down the phone, you got the phone pointing at you, you're going to be looking at the phone. That is distracted driving. Companies do not like that, which is why all of my videos is like camera forward, hands-free setup. You know, the thing is usually strapped to my forehead. So that's why I said this one is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So now that the disclaimer is aside, it's story time. So a couple days ago, I was in a little town of Enid, Oklahoma, getting ready for the load that I am delivering right now. I'm at the receiver on time as always, because that's how I like to be. And I showed up there on the 10th, and the DOD was for the 12th, and shipping there pretty much basically said we're not even going to start filling this order until the 12th. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I got two days to sit around and do nothing. And during that time, I was making another video that was going to be in place of this one now. I was about 70% done with it. I had everything except for putting in the map, showing the actual route, doing the miles and stuff. You know, I had to put in like a few more captions and do a voiceover. You know, it was mostly done, but you know, I was doing this really late at night. I was getting tired, so I was like, okay, I think I'll get to sleep and I'll get started the next morning and get it finished up. If that had gone according to plan, that video would be loading up right now as we speak and be scheduled for Monday morning. So I shut down the laptop, went to sleep, and got up the next day, went through some of my YouTube on my tablet, went to fire up my laptop, nothing happened. And I kept trying it like a couple more times. I tried it again just a little while ago just to make sure. Unfortunately, my laptop that has all of my editing software and stuff like that has decided to die on me. There's good news and bad news to this. Good news is I actually saw the signs. You know, I saw the signs that it was starting to struggle. It's like a 4-year-old laptop now. And I've already have made a purchase. I've got a new one coming in. In fact, at the time of this posting, it should be delivered to my house tomorrow on the, what day is it? Anyways, it's supposed to be delivered to my house on Tuesday. Bad news is I'm not going to be anywhere near my house on Tuesday. I'm not going to be anywhere near my house for the next month. You know, I like to go out on the road for 3 months at a time. We're only halfway through that. You know, it's March right now. I'm not expected to go back until June. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do anything laptop-wise for another month. That means I can't make any of the videos that I have been making. I could probably like request a load that goes up into the northwest, but it's going to take like a full week to set that laptop up, and it would be best to do it at the house, because when I'm on the road, I'm restricted to a hotspot with a certain amount of usage, and I mean, like, downloading just one of my games will completely use up all of my time. What I really need to do is look into getting like the wireless broadband that can be equipped in trucks. And now that I know what to actually look for, that might actually be on the menu for things to get here pretty soon. So unfortunately, I cannot produce any videos for the next month, not unless I go through my phone and make a video like this, which means that I would have to think of something to talk about while you look at me, because I can't hold my phone while I'm going down the road. Funny enough, I don't. Of all the things I've got to hold my electronics in this truck, I don't have anything to hold my phone. So, that's the bad news of the day. I kind of wish that I had gotten this done sooner, with getting a new laptop. I was just kind of holding off. I was planning on doing it soon anyways. This is just really bad time for this current one to die. That means that once I get home, I gotta take this one to the shop. I'm pretty sure what it is that it has something to do with where you plug it in to get powered, because it's all kind of wrecked on that side. But I think it might be something more, because I think it was like a week or two ago when I was uploading the I think the third video for the Denver load. I was doing it in an area that had not really great Wi-Fi throughout the whole area. That area is the entire state of New Mexico. So I had to leave the laptop running, connected to a hotspot while it uploaded. And I was going down, or I should say going up, 491, which can be excessively bumpy. I think they paved that in my third year in, and it was really nice for a little while, but the earth itself moves and shifts a lot, and within like a couple of years you got like all these like really crazy bumps. And I was sitting there going down the road, and it actually knocked the laptop off of the table, my little slide out table back in the back, and it landed on some stuff on the floor. I didn't think it did that much damage. Like the screen itself, the casing had kind of popped open, which I was able to close again. And after that, I took the laptop and I brought it up on the passenger seat, which I don't like doing. I don't like to have open electronics like that up front. But I put it in the passenger seat so that I could seatbelt it in. And it was a couple days after that I was trying to play some of my video games, because I have to get video games in at least once in a while. And I was noticing on my higher end games that it was acting really slow. It was really lagging. So it was like the graphics card was not able to keep up with them anymore. And I was like, well, great, something's going bad on this. Even before that, I kept getting warnings for cooling fan before any of this happened. So, it was mostly the graphics card that was the wanting to get the upgrade. Sadly, this is actually the second laptop that I have lost because of our highway system. Uh, the first one, was my old laptop that I had bought for college before I even got into trucking, and I still remember that one. Like, I was coming back to our yard, and there's a road, like a block down, that we all use, and back in the day, that road was in really, really bad shape. Like, there was these potholes when you're driving down it in bobtail. You hit these potholes and they swing your truck, like, side to side, and it's so violent that when you hit it, you actually felt like the entire truck was just gonna like suddenly flip on its side. And I was going down that road. I had the laptop stored in one of the upper storages, and the truck at the time had a strap up there so that you were able to actually strap it down and secure it. And these potholes were so bad that it actually worked the laptop out of that strap. Next thing I know, I heard like this gigantic boom. That laptop had flown across the sleeper, hit the cabinet behind my head, and landed on the ground. Completely destroyed the screen on that one. So yeah, this is the second time that a wonderful road system has taken out one of my more expensive toys. When that first laptop hit and got destroyed, I think it was about a year and a half before I was able to get my current one, because I mean that was right at the beginning of my driving career. I was still like absolutely dead broke, just trying to get a move on. So I couldn't even afford a new laptop for like a year and a half or something like that. I remember that I broke down at one point in time. I had gotten just enough money that I was able to go to a Walmart and get like an Xbox 360. You might be asking yourself, well, why didn't you get like an Xbox One? And it was only like, I think at the time it was only like $100 more or something like that. I haven't gotten a console in like a decade. My last console was actually a Dreamcast 2. So I didn't know how the numbering system worked. But the purpose of the Xbox was just so that I could get my gaming in until I could get the laptop and finally like really be happy again. Xbox I ended up giving to a nephew years ago, so I have no idea what has happened to it since then. So that's the news. I might be able to get videos like this out. I might not. It's just a matter of if I could think of some content. I mean, I could do something like just post my drone footage directly onto YouTube. But the problem is what you're gonna do is just end up with a silent video of a drone flying around and looking at thing. There's gonna be like no content. There's gonna be no music, because when I fly the drone, any and all footage gets saved directly to my phone, and then I'm able to move those videos over to my laptop, combine them all together, add all of the fun stuff, and post it that way. But the only other option I have is to do a video like this when I'm stopped. So unfortunately, things are going to be on hold. I can still film. And get things done. Both of my GoPros have memory chips that allow me like 10 hours of footage. For example, we'll look at my secondary here, the one that's usually up in the window. And it says no SD, so the SD is in the laptop. We'll take a look at the other one, the one for the head. No SD, so I got to figure out where all of my SDs are. One of them should have a chip in it. Well, we'll have to take a look around, see if I can. I would hate to lose those because those have some good footage. Wow, that's scary. Anyways, like for example, my next trip is going to be from LA. That's where I'm at. I'm currently in Riverside. I pick up a load tomorrow in Commerce, and that's going to go all the way up to Iowa. That's like 1,800 miles, so that would make some good footage. I can get that. I've already got footage on it from another big trip. Once I get, if I can't get this laptop fixed, then I could at least get the hard drive out of it and convert it into a external hard drive, and then I will be able to get the footage that I was making for the video. I can get that. It just means that the week that I'm going to be home, I'm going to be like sitting trying to get like a whole bunch of videos made so that I can just line them all up like back to back and just have like the next couple months going. My neighbor next to me is hotboxing his cab right now. I just looked over there and it was like completely fogged out in his cab. So yeah, that's the news. Until further notice, unfortunately, I'm going to be down for probably like another month until I can get this issue resolved. Personally, I'm really excited for the new laptop. I think is like an absolute beast, especially compared to this one. This one I purchased on the fact that I had just enough funds for it, and it was just good enough to do what I wanted it to do. This next one though, it's got 64 gigs of RAM. It's got 4 terabytes of storage. Storage has been my biggest issue between making these videos and a lot of my games. My 1 terabyte of storage is like constantly maxed out. A lot of times, what I have to do is when I've got like a bunch of finished videos and they've been uploaded, I've got a hard drive back here which I hook up and I move the finished product over to that, and store them just in case I need them for later on. But the new one is going to have like 4 terabytes. I can't remember what the graphics card was. I think it was like a Radeon 2070. This is basically a newer model of the Omen, which is what I have back there, and it's it just has a lot more equipment on it. Hopefully now maybe I could play Red Dead Redemption 2, which I bought years ago when I got this laptop, and this current laptop just wasn't powerful enough to play it. Maybe now the current one will be able to handle it better. But the important thing is that I will be able to get my editing software on the new one, and we should be back in business. Anyways, it's been 20 minutes, so I will go ahead and stop this here, and I will get it uploaded, let you guys see it, and If I don't make any more, then I will see you guys in probably like a month. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.